Welcome to another special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, and in studio with us today we have from South Central Ohio Job and Family Services, Lindsay Sparks. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
You are in a part of the South Central Ohio Job and Family Services, and we'll talk more about what they have going on. Coming up in May, it is Kidspalooza. Details coming up. But first, this from our friends at Adena Health.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Back again with Lindsay Sparks and Kidspalooza, which is coming up in May. Is this a Saturday or Sunday event?
It's Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, May 4th, and this will be 3 hours of celebrating kids.
Yes, absolutely. This is actually our second annual Kidspalooza. We began this last year in an effort to provide some charity and give back to the families of Chillicothe. And it is free admission, which is something that is so important to us, our team, is that we want every child to be able to attend this.
What have you learned from year one, now getting ready for year two? There's always a bit of an improvement along the way.
We had an exciting year one. We honestly had no idea what we were doing, but we learned from other counties who have different events too for children, like Kid Fest. There's Kidspalooza in some surrounding counties as well. So we had about 118 children show up last year and about 80 adults. So for the first year, we thought that was a huge success.
That's almost hitting it out of the ballpark.
Yes, I thought so. We had a lot of gift baskets for our families, ranging from self-care baskets for women or baskets for couples, baskets for children, baby baskets that have diapers. We gave away bikes. We had about 20 different partners and providers who attended to provide information to our community, ranging from if you're in addiction and you need substance use counseling or early Head Start, Help Me Grow. The library came. We had Dream Trucks, Bubbles the Clown. And we also, a big hit last year was what we call Kidspalooza Cuts. And it was free haircuts for our kids. Oh, nice. So that was provided by Lacey Nicole, hairstylist. So it was pretty amazing. We also had a DJ and games, face painting, music, all kind of stuff, line dancing. It was a total hit, in our opinion. So
a fun day to celebrate the things that, and let's be honest, a lot of the kids that you deal with are in difficult circumstances, whether it be through financial hardships and maybe abusive situations, that sort of thing. It's good to have a day like this where they can be celebrated.
Absolutely. This was also a way to give back to our families. You know, parents are going through so much right now financially, trying to provide even just the basic needs for their children. And so being able to provide this charity to our community and families has been well worth it, all the work that we put into it. So
I applaud your efforts with what you do. It would be a great day where your services weren't needed because everybody could take care of these things on their own, but I'm happy that you're there to help.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah. Something else I just wanted to mention a little bit when we talk about some children do need placement outside of their home in certain situations until we're able to help that child reunify with their family. So we are in desperate need always of foster homes, especially locally. Currently, right now in Chillicothe, we have about 118 children in foster care. 118 Chillicothe children in foster care. And so oftentimes what happens is they have to be placed across the state. And the further they are from us, from their parents, from their home, from their school, their friends, their church, their connections, makes it harder for them to adjust to the foster care system. So one thing we're really trying to focus on in 2025 is foster care recruitment. And so we are holding an event just for some question and answer session for people who may be interested, but they just don't know anything about foster care or adoption. And that is our spring foster parent orientation, and it is scheduled for May 21st, 6 to 7 at Ross County Service Center there on Western Avenue.
I know some families who have foster kids, and they've adopted some of these kids, but I've also seen the success stories where these kids and their parents have been reunited, and it's a wonderful story because, let's be honest, they've probably been taking out for the safety of the kid, and when you look at it, the parent needs to fight through their issues, and once they get back on their feet, man, it's a great story.
It is a great story. A lot of our parents don't have the support that other parents have, so our agency really tries to wrap around them, get them connected with people to support them and help them. Reunification is what we live for. It's the most beautiful experience, in my opinion, with the work that we do. And, oftentimes if that can't happen for one reason or another, then adoption or legal custody to a relative is also an option for the child as well. The child always deserves permanency and safety, so that's what we try to focus on the most.
That particular spring foster parent orientation will take place again at the Ross County Service Center?
Yes. So we will also, at Kidspalooza on May the 4th, we will have a foster care recruitment table set up, so you also can get information there. We also have our packets ready for, if you want to complete an application to start the process. The information session will be on May 21st, also at 475 Western Avenue. It's South Central Ohio Job and Family Services. Right. So both events are at the same place.
And again, at the Ross County Service Center, if you've never been there before, if you haven't been in Chillicothe for 40 years, it's where they used to have Hearts department store.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic event. It's absolutely free, and everybody likes free things, right?
Yes, it's absolutely free. Our goal is to have it free every single year. Also, you will get tons of resources. Your children will have an amazing time, and hopefully you can relax a little bit while they play and have a good time. So,
you also have an event coming up that you wanted to help talk about, which is next Friday, and this is the former Child Protection Center usually does a promotion for pinwheels downtown.
Yes. So April is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. So it's a really big month for my agency and also for the Garden Center, formerly CPC. We work in connection with them to complete our forensic interviews for certain cases and situations. And so we have a pinwheel ceremony to spread awareness about child abuse and neglect. And each pinwheel represents the families that we served in 2024.
And you usually have a lot of local officials there to help plant these pinwheels.
Yes, anyone is invited to that. A lot of our partners come to that, representatives from Juvenile Court, the Garden Center, other agencies attend, and everyone grabs a pinwheel and plants on behalf of our children. So.
Yeah. It's really an emotional time where you hear the purpose for these pinwheels. And then you think, throughout the month of April, you hope that people get the message other than these shiny pinwheels. And I know last year they started putting things in the trees there in the park as well.
Yeah. Rhiannon with the Garden Center has done an amazing job doing more to spread awareness about child abuse and neglect. And so we're speaking more at this ceremony about the purpose of this, how many children were served between the two agencies, and that's really to spread awareness, to provide support to those children and to our agency as well. So,
and those of you watching, we had Rhiannon in studio with us here a couple of weeks ago with Mike Smith, and it's on our YouTube channel, so you can go back on YouTube and see that interview. Yeah. Anything that we have missed here today?
I don't think so. That was a lot, but I appreciate your time and allowing us to come and talk about this event. I hope so many families can attend and just have a good time together, and this is our way to give back and to provide, a fun time for our families.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we started talking off about Kidspalooza, which is coming up again May 4th, and you'll probably be back to talk about this again, won't you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. As we get closer to the date of May 4th, South Central Ohio Job and Family Services presenting Kidspalooza and the other items that we discussed here today. If you want to find out more details, what should we do?
In terms of, I did want to say this number, I forgot.
Yeah.
If you are interested in fostering, right now, you can contact 740-773-2651. You're going to want to hit option 1, and that's going to take you directly to the Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline. And when the screener answers the phone, you're just going to indicate that you have interest in fostering, and then she is going to transfer you to our foster and adoption unit.
Mm-hmm. Very Good.
Yes.
And for Kidspalooza?
Yeah, Kidspalooza, you can contact Candace Carpenter at 740-772-7644.
All right, very good. Lindsay, thank you for coming in
Thank
today.
you so much.
Lindsay Sparks. I'm Dan Ramey. Thank you again also to Adena Health for sponsoring this segment.